The Ashford marshlands stretch out under a somber sky, a desolate tableau of loss and ruin. Where a cottage once stood, now only scorched earth remains, a stark testament to a tragedy. The scar on the landscape speaks of vanished lives and silenced stories. Whispers of the past echo in the wind, carrying tales of what once was in the now empty space. The emptiness is palpable, a heavy silence where laughter and life used to flourish. Nature reclaims the space, yet the memory of the cottage lingers like a ghost in the air. Sunlight streams into the parish archive, illuminating countless boxes. Rows of meticulously labeled boxes stretch into the dim distance, hinting at secrets long forgotten. Amidst the order, a single box stands apart, concealing a rough, unfinished stone. The stone bears a crudely chiseled word. Below, the unfinished carving suggests a desperate, hurried creation. In Ashford village, shadows of fear lengthen as villagers gather, their voices barely audible above the rustling leaves. Whispers of daring escapes and mysterious abductions weave through the anxious crowd, each theory darker than the last. The name Wrights hangs heavy in the air, a silent accusation and a shared dread. As the day dims, the villagers' hushed voices echo the growing uncertainty that grips Ashford. A sense of unease settles over the village, each shadow seeming to conceal a secret about the Wrights. The Ashford pub stands cloaked in shadow, its worn wooden tables hinting at tales untold. An old villager, a weathered storyteller, prepares to share secrets under the veil of night. Eager young villagers gather, their faces alight with anticipation, drawn in by the promise of whispered legends. In hushed tones, the old villager begins, his voice a thread weaving through the dimly lit space. The pub holds its breath, every shadow listening as the story unfolds. The Ashford marshlands at night, shrouded in mist, where gnarled trees stand sentinel over stagnant pools. A palpable sense of unease hangs in the air, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying vegetation. Echoes of a past terror linger. What was it that knocked upon Mill Street that October night? The marshlands conceal secrets, silently asking, "Where did the Wrights go?" The mist swirls, whispering tales of unexplained disappearances and unsolved mysteries. The marshlands remain an enigma, an unsettling tableau of nature's silent secrets. In the quiet of the night, Thomas Wright sits hunched over his desk, a solitary figure consumed by his writing. The warm glow of the lamp casts long shadows, highlighting the intensity of his furrowed brow. His pen scratches furiously across the page, each stroke filled with purpose. Upstairs, Eleanor and Margaret slumber peacefully, oblivious to the late-night endeavors below. Upstairs, Margaret slumbers peacefully, oblivious to the late-night endeavors below. The gentle creaks of the old cottage echo through the stillness, a constant reminder of the passage of time. In the dead of night, Eleanor Wright stands sentinel by the window, her face etched with concern. Bathed in faint moonlight, her anxious gaze pierces the darkness beyond the glass. The silence is shattered by an unsettling sound drifting from the marsh. Her brow furrows, a storm of worry gathering within her. She strains to catch the faint whisper carried on the wind, her heart pounding in anticipation. The marsh whispers secrets, and Eleanor Wright listens, her fate hanging in the balance. In the Wright cottage, night descends, and a flashback begins. Margaret Wright, gripped by terror, covers her ears. Her eyes widen. She is sure the sound is inside the walls. The cottage walls seem to close in around her as the unseen terror intensifies. In the Wright cottage, the relentless knocking resonates, amplifying the family's rising terror. Each strike against the door intensifies their dread, painting fear across their faces. The shadows writhe ominously, mirroring the family's escalating panic. The cottage walls seem to shrink, trapping them in a nightmare of escalating dread. In the grip of night, a dark figure emerges from the heavy mists of Ashford marshlands. Veiled in shadow, they move with a purpose that cuts through the stillness. Through the thickening fog, the faint glow of the Wright cottage beckons like a distant hope. Each step is a silent promise. drawing them closer to a destiny unknown. They are drawn to the dimly lit Wright cottage. In the dim light of the cottage, an ominous stillness hangs in the air. A sudden, sharp crack shatters the silence as the clock's surface fissures. The glass splinters outward, signaling a fracture in time itself. The clock continues to break apart. The clock is completely broken. Inside the Wright cottage, shadows dance ominously as the night deepens. A sudden stillness descends, the air growing heavy with anticipation. In a blink, the family vanishes, leaving behind only echoes of their presence. The cottage stands silent and empty, a haunting testament to their mysterious disappearance. Bell arrives at the Ashford marshlands, the expanse of the marsh stretching before him, his face etched with worry. He stands motionless, a solitary figure against the marshland's vastness, his troubled expression deepening. The marsh stretches, its stillness reflecting Bell's internal turmoil. The wind whispers through the tall grasses, a symphony of nature accompanying Bell's silent contemplation. His eyes scan the marsh, searching for answers in the landscape. The marshland holds its breath, mirroring the tension in Bell's heart. Sunlight filters through the arched windows of the parish archive, illuminating swirling dust motes. A lone researcher labors over a massive, aged volume. His brow furrows in deep concentration as he seeks the meaning of below. He is searching for the definition of the word below. Ashford village lies still, a silence so profound it chills the soul. Vacant eyes stare into the abyss of night. A chilling breeze whispers through the empty streets. A lonely weather vane creaks atop a distant barn. Within the Wright cottage, ghostly figures materialize, their forms shimmering in the dim light, recreating the family's final night. Pale light reveals their spectral forms, their actions mirroring the tragic events that unfolded. The cottage is filled with echoes of the past, their translucent bodies moving with an otherworldly grace. Distorted shadows dance across the aged walls, completing the ghostly recreation of the Wright family's final, tragic moments. In the spectral Ashford marshlands, a dark figure begins to emerge from the marsh's murky depths. The figure wavers in the faint moonlight, its true form hidden in the marsh's embrace. It stands motionless, an enigma rising from the marsh, its intentions unknown. The air itself seems to still as the figure pauses, testing the unseen. A complete mystery, the figure remains an unreadable presence in the night's ghostly recreation. The Wright cottage is filled with an eerie silence, suddenly shattered by persistent knocking. The knocking grows louder, each impact resonating with an unsettling insistence. The sound intensifies, vibrating through the very foundations of the cottage. The relentless knocking echoes, filling every corner of the ghostly recreation. The knocking reaches a fever pitch, threatening to break down the door. The marshlands stretch into the horizon, silent and still under the watchful gaze of the sky. A dense fog hangs low over the marsh, obscuring the secrets hidden within. The air is heavy with anticipation, the silence broken only by the occasional cry of a distant bird. Shadows dance across the water's surface, hinting at the unseen depths below. The marsh seems to hold its breath, waiting for the mystery to be solved, for the truth to emerge from the depths. In the serene stillness of St. Andrew's Church, Reverend Phelps kneels in profound prayer, seeking solace for burdened souls. Sunlight floods the sanctuary, casting spectral colors across the empty pews, illuminating a divine plea. His lips whisper silent invocations for the Wright family, a poignant echo in the hallowed space. The church stands as a silent witness, its ancient stones absorbing the weight of his heartfelt supplication. In the quiet solitude, his devotion resonates, a beacon of hope amid shadows of grief. The stained glass windows cast a kaleidoscope of colors around him, painting a picture of divine grace. In the quiet confines of his office, Constable Bell confronts the cold reality of unsolved cases, their weight pressing heavily on his shoulders. His fingers trace the faded ink of forgotten leads, each page a stark reminder of justice delayed. The unsolved mysteries cast long shadows, obscuring the light in his weary eyes. Each unanswered question echoes in the silence, a haunting chorus of unresolved fates. He pauses, the weight of responsibility settling upon him. Determination flickers within his gaze, fueled by an unyielding commitment to truth and justice. Overgrown weeds silently guard the secrets buried beneath the Wright cottage site. Nature reclaims what time and tragedy have left behind. The sun casts long shadows, deepening the mystery of the abandoned site. The wind whispers through the weeds, carrying forgotten stories of the past. In the dead of night, a villager's sleep is haunted by shadows, their brows slick with cold sweat. The humble cottage fades, giving way to a hazy dreamscape where reality blurs into the ethereal. The Wright family materializes from the mist, their forms translucent, their faces marked by profound sorrow. Silent pleas escape their spectral lips as they reach out, their expressions a desperate cry for help from beyond the veil. The Ashford marshlands are shrouded in a thick, impenetrable mist, the darkness broken only by distorted shadows. A dark figure emerges from the fog, its presence both ominous and beckoning. The figure gestures slowly, deliberately, drawing closer into the unknown. An unsettling silence descends as the dark figure speaks from the shadows. In the dreamscape, a clock hangs silently on the wall, its ticking a haunting echo. The glass cracks, spiderwebs of fractures spreading across its face. Time twists into chaos as the clock shatters completely, its hands spinning wildly. The shattered remains of the clock fall away. Time now, an uncontrollable force,